Rule 6. Miscellaneous Provisions. Section 16. Definition of terms. For purposes of these rules, the following words and phrases are defined. A. Board or HLURB shall mean the Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board. B. Block. A parcel of land bounded on the sides by streets or alleys or pathways or other natural or man-made features and occupied by or intended for buildings. All lands fronting on one side of a street between the nearest streets intersecting, meeting, or crossing the aforesaid street. C. Commercial condominium. A building or group of buildings used for office, businesses, professional services, and other commercial enterprise organized, owned, and maintained as a condominium. D. Common areas means the entire project excepting all units separately granted, held, or reserved. E. Community facilities. Facilities or structures intended to serve common needs and for the benefit of the community, such as schools, places of worship, hospitals, health centers, barangay centers, and other similar facilities, amenities per PD 1216. F. Condominium shall mean an interest in real property consisting of a separate interest in a unit in a residential, industrial, or commercial building and an undivided interest in common directly or indirectly in the land on which it is located and in other common areas of the building. A condominium may include, in addition, a separate interest in other portions of such real property. Title to the common areas, including the land or the appurtenant interests in such areas, may be held by a corporation specially formed for the purpose in which the holders of separate interests shall automatically be members or shareholders to the exclusive of others, in proportion to the appurtenant interests of the respective units in the common areas. A building in which each individual unit is held in separate private ownership and all floor space, facilities, and outdoor areas used in common by all tenants are owned, administered, and maintained by a corporation created pursuant to the provisions of the appropriate statute. An individual dwelling unit under individual ownership in a multiple units development with common element in which A. The units comprise not only the space enclosed by the unit boundaries but all materials, parts of the land within the space. B. The common element means all the property within the development except the units. C. The common element is owned by all of the owners as tenants in common. A building or group of buildings in which units are owned individually and the structure, common areas, and facilities are owned by the owners on a proportional and divided basis. G. Condominium project means the entire parcel of real property divided or to be divided in condominium, including all structures thereon. H. Condominium unit means a part of the condominium project intended for any type of independent use or ownership, including one or more floors or parts of floors in a building or buildings and such accessories as may be appended thereto. I. Dealer shall mean any person directly engaged as principal in the business of buying, selling, or exchanging real estate, whether on full-time or part-time basis. A bulk buyer shall mean any person who acquires a lot or a portion of the subdivision and who, with or without subdividing or introducing housing or other facilities, sells the same under its previous license to sell or in a new license to sell in his name to the public. J. Decree shall means Presidential Decree number 957, otherwise known as the Subdivision and Condominium Buyers Protective Decree. K. Dwelling unit. Structure designed or used as residence. One or more rooms that may be used as a residence, each unit having sleeping, cooking, and toilet facilities. One or more habitable rooms designed or intended for use by one or more individuals as an independent and separate housekeeping establishment in which separate kitchen and sanitary facilities are provided for the exclusive use of such individual or individuals, with a private entrance from outside the building or from a common hallway or stairway inside the building. Dwelling types. 1. Single detached, a dwelling unit completely surrounded by yards. 2. Single attached, a dwelling unit with one side attached to a firewall. 3. Duplex, a dwelling unit containing two separate living units, each of which is separated from another by a firewall and provided with independent access. 4. Row house dwelling units containing three or more living units designed in such a way that they abut each other and are separated from each other by a firewall, each unit provided with independent access. I. Firewall. Any wall which subdivides a building so as to resist the spread of fire by starting at the foundation and extending continuously through all stories to or above the roof. Extension above the roof is 1 millimeter. M. Frontage. The side of a lot which abuts a street. N. Living unit. A dwelling or portion thereof providing complete living facilities for one family, including provisions for living, sleeping, cooking, eating, bathing, and toilet facilities and laundry facilities, the same as a single family dwelling. O. Lot. Portion of a subdivision or any parcel of land intended as a unit for transfer or ownership for building development. Type of lots. Lots shall be defined as follows. 1. Corner lot. A lot situated at the intersection of two or more streets. 2. Regular lot. A lot fronting on one street and the remaining sides bounded by lot lines. 3. Interior lot. A lot located at the inner portion of a block with a minimum of 3-meter wide access, which forms part of the lot. 4. Through lot. A lot bounded on two opposite sides by road. 5. Irregular lot. Any lot which is not rectangular nor shaped square. Square shape. C. Medium cost and open market refers to housing projects where prices of house and lot packages are within the suggested price ranges as determined through HUDCC resolution and falling under the standards prescribed in these rules. Q. Open space shall refer to an area reserved exclusively for parks, playgrounds, recreational uses, schools, roads, place of worship, hospitals, health centers, barangay centers, and other similar facilities and amenities. R. Project means the entire parcel of real property divided or to be divided in condominiums, including all structures thereon. Section 17. Submission of semestral reports on operations. Every owner or dealer of a registered subdivision or condominium project shall submit to the board semi-annual reports on operations showing the sales status indicated therein, name of buyer, lot, block number, TCT number, date of purchase, name of mortgagee, mode of acquisition, extent development status, changes in corporate officers and their addresses within 60 days after the end of each semester. Copies of corporate reports to the Securities and Exchange Commission shall also be furnished to the board.